Professor Abramelli.
And to the naysayers and scaremongers who tell us that chips will be put into our bodies by force and vaccines will be distributed without us being able to resist or say no, and that populations will be sterilized and be traced and be persecuted. I understand the drive, but am very suspicious of the source of this scaremongering, and would even suppose that the scaremongering is a form of disinformation. There is no sign in the historical record that machines have turned against humanity. You see in the pictures that humans hold the machines and use them against each other, from swords to chariots. On the other hand, we see that there is a continually helpful and associative and constructive relationship through the intervention and the aegis of technology, from sewing up wounded people from bodies which have been found from tens of thousands of years ago with stitches in them to help them recover through surgery, through the use of crutches or the use of stents for broken legs and other technologies. These are essential, and without them and without the mindset to adopt them, the forward mindset which is embedded in the humanity which survived over great hardships. It is the adoption of these technologies for the purpose of assisting individuals. That is the process and the mindset that should be adopted. Why should an elderly person go about their lives bored without stimulation from a radio, from the internet, from books being read out aloud, from artificial intelligence avatars keeping company? Why should a person with mental disabilities or with physical disabilities be left to manage by themselves or with inefficient human interactors when a machine could take their place and provide them with information, with stimulus, with training, with the diligence that a human can only bring to the fore at the best of his strength, whilst a machine can do so continually? Why are we waiting to employ high technologies until people are on their deathbed, or people are sick, or we are at war and we need to deploy the best and the wildest of our imaginations in order to bring about victory? Why is it that one needs to be in a state of social collapse before great ideas which are common knowledge but may have been forgotten, or there is disinformation about them which causes them to be rejected? For me, I think about the source of the disinformation, the source of scaremongering. Why and who are stopping the adoption of technology, individualized technologies, not technologies that can take over the liberties of humanity, but rather technologies in the hands of individuals, not companies, not banks, not wealthy families or organizations or tribes or religions, but in the hands of the individual, where their genius can be put towards these instruments. And in that way, the protocol of equality grows. And in that way, our security and our liberties are safeguarded. Yes to glasses that improve sight of the elderly or of the weak in sight, that can magnify them, that can store them, that can be digitalized, that can be repeated. Yes, to hearing aids for the hard of hearing. And yes, to their digitalization, that they can be recorded and they can be repeated, and the volume can be played and it can be connected through cochlear implants directly to your telephone calls. Yes, to lenses in your eyes that can give you digital information. Yes, to neurolinks which can provide a digital interface with government and with other sources of information and knowledge and means. Yes, to a digital bodyguard, and a digital accountant and a banker that forensically protects the individual against any attack from forces. This will be digitalized and instrumentalized. This is an inevitable part of our development, part of our consciousness. That would be foolish to deny or defy. But the individualization of it, the protection of it, the safeguards, the laws, the culture, the etiquette, this must be demonstrated now so that the users of these instruments will not abuse these instruments. The instruments are neutral. The instruments can be neutral. There is a historic record that the instruments will be neutral and will help the individuals that use them. The safeguards, the rules, the covenants, the constitutions that need to be written are towards their users. A constitution, a theology, a spirituality, an etiquette of use wherein individuals have the right to artificial general intelligence instruments which defend them, which support them, which guide them, and which coordinate the chaos of the outside towards their welfare, towards their betterment, towards their problem solving of them and their small groups and societies and interests.